go straight into it this morning. Turn that timer off, Steve. I'm not doing a jam. Straight off for a change. Not today. Right, where are we? Big thanks this morning again, as usual, to Steve and Craig. I keep forgetting to thank them, so that's just going to be the first thing I do each morning now, I think. So thanks to Steve and Craig, my two spanners, moderators, who don't do much moderating, you know, let's face it. You're all a well-behaved bunch. So yeah, Steve and Craig kind of look after the chat, and one of the things that they do is we've got a Discord back channel, we call the back channel. I'm not too sure if that's a CIA reference, to be honest. Which I've only I was watching something about it's got something called Agents on Amazon Prime. And they talk about the back channel, so maybe it's something that Steve plays, some game or something. So yeah, we've got a back channel on Discord. So if you've got any questions about anything that I'm doing here, or anything you want to talk about, then you can do that in the chat. Generally put a Q or a QQ in front of your question. If you don't do that, it'll more often than not get missed, because I've that many people chatting and viewing that excuse me, sometimes even Craig and Steve might miss something. So yeah, best to put that QQ or whatever. Not 4 Qs. That's Jason Jervis. I'm not Jason. I'm Andy. So yeah, we only do 2 Qs here. Will there be a stream on Machine of Bistronica weekend? Yes, I think so. I mean, let's put it this way: I'm not going to Machine of Bistronica, so yeah. That's not to say that I will definitely be streaming. There may be other reasons why I don't stream, because each Saturday, or leading up to the Saturday, I have to plan around other stuff that's going on. So in my life, it's not all about music. So that was Mike Crowgarden's question. Questions flying in already. Tellurian's asking, do we use an envelope follower? No, I don't. I do have an envelope follower actually in the Distings. There's an envelope follower, but I never use it. I know Anna does. Anyway, let's. One slight change this morning actually as well. I've not turned my laptop on this morning. So I normally have a laptop with the back channel on, but that laptop is not Windows 11 compatible. So I'm experimenting with having the back channel on my OBS screen. So I'm just going to miss stuff today. I've got to lean over as well, which I don't. If I miss something, I've got to lean over and scroll. So yeah, I'm not too happy about that. I might set up like a wireless mouse or something. So yeah, a few different things this morning. So let's say hello to everybody. So the pre-start guys, the early starters. Smack Solid Max, morning to you, Max. I know he's probably got that bored. He's gone home now. So morning to you, Max. Jason Crouch is on the train, so he'll be in and out of the stream and the chat, I would imagine, as he experiences tunnels on the train. Tellurian, Tell, morning to you, Tell. Cornish Waves, Paul. Graves, morning, Ryan. Grace Griffin, morning. Graham, Basebox Music. Eddie Sonic, Inhibited without the E. Animotion Music, Crow Garden, Kent Spung. Now I've got to scroll down a bit. Kissing the Machine, Sean, good to see you. No squash this morning, Sean. Good to see you anyway. Nick Destructs, morning Nick. Nick normally comes in to the chat. He lurks through the stream and then says hi at the end. So, hiya Nick. Where are we up to? Yeah, Martin Greenwood, morning Martin, who I met down in Rugeley. Hope to play down there one day. I reckon. I hope so soon with this thing or whatever. I don't know. Plans. Tim, Discipline, Commotion. Davey, Exorbital Irwin, morning Irwin. Steve or Craig, can you put a link up to Irwin's latest album? He's just released an album, so it's listening party tonight actually, on Bandcamp. I'm hoping to get to that. So yeah, if you can bang a link up to Irwin's latest masterpiece. Where are we up to? Guns Inigons, morning Milo. Morning Milo. Rob Jeffries, good to see you. Grace is asking a question. Do the Distings do audio to CV patch tracking? They do. I believe they do. Again, Anna will confirm that. Oh yeah, she is there. Okay, so Anna's confirming that. So I think that's everybody. Great stuff. Have I missed anything? Oh, Eddie Sonic. Have I said hello to Eddie Sonic? Oh, Eddie Sonic was in the pre-start, guys. Yeah, okay. So if I don't write stuff down or I don't have it in front of me in words, I just forget stuff. I don't think it's Alzheimer's. I don't know. I hope not anyway. Shorts off. Sweatshirt on. Heating's on this morning. God, winter's coming. I think it's a bit early actually. Any road. Last night, missed ProSynth Network. My goodness. We had family round for some tea last night. So it was my eldest lad. My youngest lad couldn't come. He might have had a small gathering on himself. So it was me eldest lad and Val's brother and his wife came round. We just had a bit of a chippy. It wasn't chips. It was a bit of fish and chips going on. But it was also is it Greek? It's the gyros. I don't know whether that's how you pronounce it or not. Could be gyro, I suppose. It's like a flatbread filled with stuff. And I actually had the special one, which even had doner meat, which I don't normally have doner meat because it's little lambs, isn't it? We don't normally eat lambs in this house, but by that time I'd forgot about it. Mrs. Inhibited saying hello, morning to you. Illy, thank you for tuning in. Cincy Luke, morning to you. Did you manage to get a link up? I missed that. Oh, there you go. I'll post that. I'll actually stick it up the top for a bit. Oh, that's interesting. Well, there's a thing. I've got to make this. This is just a voyage of discovery at the minute, so excuse me. I've made the chat a bit narrower, and it's not bringing the pin up. Oh, that's interesting. Hyros, okay, right. Oh dear me. Yeah, I can't. When I click on the three dots now on this on OBS, it's not letting me pin the flipping link. I want to try something here now. I'm not going to enjoy this. Uber missed, nobody yet, so I'm picking up everybody. Just let me because I want to pin that. So I've got to sort this out because I know in YouTube you can pop out the chat. So I just opened YouTube. So you actually see me YouTube inlay there in the inlay. Let's go to live. Let's pop out the. Well, I've got to mute that. In fact, I want to pop out the chat and stick that over here, and then I can close YouTube and probably just keep that chat going. I don't know. This is all just a bit odd. Well, let's go back up to that link pin. How disappointing is that? I'll have to experiment with that somehow. I don't know. I can just minimise that now. Jason Dyson. Is that James Dyson? Morning, Domin. Sounds of Synth. Morning to you. No, it's okay. It's up there now for the Bandcamp. Oh, you're on about the. If you go to the Bandcamp link for Erwin's latest album, there'll be a link on that page for the listening party as well. So, morning, Tracker Jack, Tom. Morning to you. So, yeah, why is that not working? Why is that not working? Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I'm just looking at OBS now. So I can't actually do anything. It doesn't. So all the usual stuff where I can, like, you know, ban people and stuff like that, it doesn't come up in OBS. What if I make the chat even wider? No. Alright. Thumbs down for OBS then. So, oh, morning Jeff, Hopkins. Yeah, it's okay, I've pinned it now, Craig. I've pinned it up the top. Oh. So, hold on, make another list, anybody. That's, did someone say Jesper? Oh, there you go, say Morphine Orb, Jesper, morning to you. Is Jesper in the list? Yes. So, one thing I've had to do as well, because I'm half blind. Not half blind, but you know, I just can't see very well. These are my readers. Well, actually, they're not actually my readers. I've got these are like an intermediate, so they're like a weak reading glasses, specifically for working with computer screens. And I've had to make the text bigger on the back channel of Discord, so that I got at least have a chance of reading it. But if I move to over here where I'm going to be, I can hardly see. I've got to go up to it. Oh, tell you what, this isn't going to work. This is not going to work. MIG welding, up. Flipping heck. Not done that for a while. I was crap at MIG welding. Last time I had a go at MIG welding, I inadvertently created a metal hedgehog. So yeah, I decided not to bother with MIG welding anymore. So is everything loud enough? Get a cheap 4K TV used to use as a monitor. Yeah, I've got nowhere for it. I suppose I could put it in the window. I don't know. Morning, Jesper. Right, sound good, sound good. Cheers, Rob. Steve, thanks. So if I do that, I'm trying to read stuff on my 24-inch monitor. I've actually put all my stuff, apart from about 6 albums, 6 earlier albums, I've not put up on Bandcamp or back up. They're still available to people who've already bought them. But I decided, because they're not actually bringing this stripe in straight away, they seem to be, I don't know what's up with them. Why don't they just do it? But anyway, that's a rant for a different day, basically. But the bottom line is, I've put all my stuff back up for sale at an extortionate price of £5 each. Although there is the usual discount codes. So like if you buy the whole discography, I think you get 65% off. And then if you use Synchrotron at the checkout, you get another 65% off. So it's on for sale. It's back at sale, up for sale on Bandcamp for now. And then once they bring Stripe in for sure, it doesn't affect Stripe. The Stripe thing doesn't affect people that are buying stuff. It's just it's the way the artists are paid. They're getting rid of PayPal to pay artists, which, as bad as PayPal is, I've used it for goodness how many years. So I don't think it's 130% off max. It's because it's 65% and 65%. I was never very good at math. Oh dear. Oh, well, actually, have you not? Can you tell from there? You probably can. Let's go to the other camera as well. Yeah, I've painted the sides, so these are the bits now. Oh, this lot's black as well. So as a consequence of that, as soon as my stream ended last week, I ripped all the cables out, and so I could take the Dope for Bass case, or not the bass case, the 9U ordinary cheapo case. I took that out of its stand, so I could paint the stand. It's not just the side; it's the whole stand that this thing sits on. That's now painted like a crappy matte black colour. It's only wall paint. It'll probably all scrape off after a bit. Morning, Robert Schultz. Morning to you. Thanks, Jason Jervis. Morning to you. So, yeah, here I am. Been waffling for how long? How long have I been going for? Flipping out, 20 minutes. Come on, should tell me to shut up. Play some music. Let's put the wobbly camera on for a starter. So yeah, there's the few sort of visual changes, I guess, that I'm coping with this morning. I've not bothered with the light at the back today, so it's just the there's like a thingy up there on top of the bookcase, and yeah, I've turned the in fact I haven't even got, you'll notice when it goes round to that other view round there, I've got a I'm just so distracted with this performance case. So if anyone's tuning in new, they'll be going, what's he on about? But this case here, this bit here, is something that I'm hopefully going to take on the road. Although, oh god, where's it on? I took it downstairs last night to show Bal's brother and his wife, and because I thought, you know, I mean, they could have come up here, but I thought this is supposed to be portable, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to unplug stuff and then take the whole thing downstairs, and it was just so heavy. I don't know, worries me that a little bit, but anyway, I'm sure I'll manage it. I'll probably have to just rig up some kind of a trolley for it. Things to think about, but because of that, it's kind of distracting me from other stuff. So this is the rest of my modular case here, which is in darkness with a load of cables just dumped on it, being looked after by the gnome and Black Eric there. And then these aren't being used at the minute, they're just there for show, not even turning them on. Morning Fred, No Lake, timer ready if required. Yeah, I should just get on with it, shouldn't I? Thanks for the hint there, Steve. Right. Is there anything changed in the patching? Probably just subtle, because I've managed just to get it back pretty much. It's not, you know, it's only a cut down version, obviously, of the full thing, and it's quite regimented in how it's set up. So I've got my distinct voices up here with elements here, and then the distinct NT. They're my noise generators, and then I've got I've got 3 envelope generators here, a little sequencer here, as well as the Beatstep Pro down here doing sequencing. Got a sub mixer, got 5 filters across here, 5 analog filters, and then I've got a stack of LFOs. So it wasn't. I was getting quite. The muscle memory for patching up was had developed quite nicely. So I got most of it patched up pretty much as before, and then I just what I've tried to do is be a bit more regimented about how I organised in how I patch up the LFOs. So for instance, these 4 LFOs here basically do all the well, they do the first 4 what do they call it now? Wave shape, because the 5 oscillators are in wave shape mode, not wave table, wave shape. So it'll change the shape, say from a triangle to a triangle to a sawtooth back to a triangle. It just oscillates between the 2 shapes, 3 shapes. So yeah, so that's what I'm trying to explain. Is I've tried to group or be organised in how I allocate the LFOs, so that I can, because I mean basically when you do modular, what modular is, it allows you to do is it allows you to build and design your own synth. So I've built this synth with 28 LFOs in it. So I've got 5 dope for quad LFOs, and then I've got PAMs with 4 LFOs here, and then it's got 4 LFOs and 4 switches from PAMs. So yeah, organised. So patching up was pretty simple. And I better shut up now. Just get on with it. What shall I do? I don't know. I'm just still making it up as I go along. Let's turn all these off. That was you, wasn't it? Let's turn you off. Let's do a mic off. Let's go for it. I'm just thinking, what shall I do? But I'm just going to do it, haven't I? Get on with it. Because it's what time is it now? How long are we going? It's nearly 30 minutes. Flipping out. Thank you very much for all your patience. Mic off. Hmm. How many times have you heard that now? Too many. Too many. I was almost trying to do something slightly different this morning, but just didn't have enough time. Different scales, different pitches, different sequencer sections, but it's massive. I need to spend more time on that really. So, excuse me, very. All right, okay, we've got now. 21 minutes. Oh, interesting. Right, okay. Um, I've missed loads of people, and I've got to scroll the back channel down a bit. Um, uh, Morning. Is it okay if I call you Lucas? Because I look at that, it's probably totally Zeke. I tell you what, what's easier, even easier, is to just say hi, Zcat. Morning to you. He does some great like prog style multi instrumental stuff on his channel. Well worth a visit. Morning, Cressy. Grace is asking, is Flat Eric a fan of microtonal music? I think he has to be, really, because I often hit jazz notes, go out of tune, that sort of thing, even with my digital oscillators. So yeah, he probably is. Morning to you, Sean, Breathalyzer, Mr. Wabbit, hello, Cosmic Sasquatch, Kissing the Machine, Sean. I thought Kissing the Machine's already been in. I must have, because that was Sean, because I said squash, didn't I? It doesn't matter. Saying hello again now. Go scroll down a bit more. Keith Lane, morning Keith Lane. Peter Coy, good to see you. Good session the other night. We watched, my wife and I watched the whole show. The Coastal Electronauts on Thursday night. Pro Synth Network, Robbie, morning to you, Robbie. Walks, been out walking his greyhounds this morning. Anna Motion's asking, what effects do you use for your guitar? Well, I've got a multi-effects pedal. I'll just drag it out here a little bit. It's the HX effects unit, and you can have up to 6 effects, either in parallel or in series, whatever. There's a way you can set up the routines however you want. But I've just got it all in like a parallel flow, so effectively just plugging one pedal into another pedal, basically. So I've got a compressor going in. Minotaur, I think, is like a saturation stroke distortion, slight distortion effect. Got a very small amount of spring reverb, and then I've got some cave reverb, which, why have I got so much reverb? But I mean, I just love my reverb, because there's not only reverb on the HX effects, but I've got reverb in the blue box as well. Alice Cooper is asking, what do you use to keep the groupies off you when you're playing live? I just smell. I smell awful. That works a treat. Now then, where am I? Right, okay. Oh, Jason's not been paying attention. It's not a new guitar, mate. It's my old. This is the oldest. No, it's not actually my oldest. My oldest guitar is the acoustic just behind me there. That's an Eco 6-string acoustic. So this is my next oldest guitar. It's the Gibson SG. It's the SG Special. It's special because it's cheap. It's especially cheap. Yes, and the reason I've started to use this now rather than the PRS, which is just in front of the acoustic, just about see it there. PRS is still there, but I won't be taking the PRS on tour with me. I say on tour. Yeah, the SG is a bit lighter basically, and comes with when I bought it, it came with a soft case, which is just stashed out there. You can just about see the Gibson sign. Just put your finger there. That says Gibson. That's the soft case from a Gibson guitar. So altogether, it's just a smaller, slightly lighter package than the PRS. And I'm not as precious about it as with the PRS either. So yeah, that's all the questions out of the way, I think. I'd see Jesper's going off, so have a good one, Jesper. Thanks for tuning in. So I can't keep up with the chat, to be honest. And now Jason and Craig are talking with nothing in after the name. I don't know what's going on there. So yeah, I mean, humblest apologies, really. Like I said this morning, I got up early. I was up about 7 o'clock. I've only sort of like hit this. What time did I put my book down? About 1 o'clock this morning. So I've had about 6 hours sleep, and I thought this morning, as I'd got up early-ish, that I'd see if I could create basically a new project on the BeatStep Pro, retune some of the oscillators to suit a different key, a different drone key, but it just didn't happen because I spotted a couple of things that I had not quite finished off yesterday evening after our visitors had left. So yeah, I had to sort some stuff out basically for that. So I'm afraid you're hearing the same old for the minute. So yeah. I suppose I should have mentioned the effects that's also within the blue box, not actually integral to the blue box. For instance, is the Disting EX here, which is permanently in granulator mode. So I have a mono output coming from the mixer into the mono input to the granulator, then a stereo output back into the mixer. So 2 channels of the mixer are taken up by the granulator. So that's why. So when I play the guitar, so not only, yeah. So I was telling a little bit of a porky, but not a deliberate one. As well as the HS effects, it's got the disting granulator as well, and you'll also hear the delay, the ping pong delay. So the ping pong delay is the Boss DD8. It's a digital delay. And again, there is a mono output from the mixer into the input, the mono input of the DD8, with a stereo output back to the mixer. And it's mainly used for the sequencer bit. So just send that sequencer, get a sequencer started. Let's bring that CV up a little bit. So you can hear that ping pong delay going on. That's the DD8 basically. There is there's a built-in delay, which is definitely usable, but I choose to use the DD8 while I've got it. The blue box reverb, because I'm not using any reverb at the moment in Reaper. Because if I go live taking this out on the road, then I'm not going to be taking my MPX 500 with me. So I use the reverb that's in the blue box, which is okay, actually. Yeah, what a great journey that would be, Sean. Yeah. Alpha Centauri, do you think? And back. Oh, yeah, morning, Simon. Good to see you. I need to email you, really. I keep putting it off because I think I'm ready and then I think I'm not. I've definitely got to go down to Whitstable in November. I think it's the second Thursday of the month. So that's I think pretty much getting cast in stone now. As I mentioned it on the chat last night, on Thursday night. Looking forward to getting down there. So I think I've got to put my money where my mouth is and get down there. So, but then I would like to play at Simon's EMOM as well, if you'd have me down there. Yeah, I need to drop Simon an email just to say, what's the score. 1 hour and up. 1 hour up is up apparently. We're going for an hour. Yeah, okay. Cheers for that, Simon. Yeah. I think part of it is just, and correct me if I'm wrong, but if you prevaricate and don't make your mind up, nothing ever happens. I think sometimes you've just got to say, let's book this, and then it gives you a focus to do whatever it is that that you've put yourself in for. End of. Just get it done. Morning, Will, to you, Will. Good to see you. So Cornwall, yeah, inhibited, yeah, okay. Cornish Bank, all right, okay, that's interesting. Whereabouts? Whereabouts in Cornwall? Cornwall's a bit of a hike as well. But we've got a camper van, so yeah, tour bus. So we could, yeah. As long as we've got somewhere to park up. In fact, I've got to email Peter as well, because we were watching this. We did a search for Whitstable on YouTube, just to see what other stuff we could find out about Whitstable. Falmouth, okay, cheers, mate. And this couple had parked their little motorhome on a car park overnight on the coast at Whitstable. So that sounds promising. If not, then we'll just have to look out for some little campsite, and then I'll get a taxi in to the coastal electronauts venue. I suppose I better stop talking, really. I'm still not 100% certain about some of these. I mean, that's supposed to be just like a simple and stay simple. So if you go through all the way up to pattern 4, a bit too corny, that. It kind of gets lost in the mush, but yeah. Look, so let's stop all this waffling, and we'll do another mic off before there's a revolt. Driveway, okay, that's promising. Okay, we'll talk about that nearer the day, I think. the week before, a couple of weeks before maybe. But yeah, cheers, Peter. Thank you very much. On the Tankerton slopes. Yeah, that's. I mean, okay, that's interesting as well. I'll have a look at that. Because I mean, your drive's good. It's. I don't know. I don't want to sort of clutter up your drive with a 6 meter long, 2 meter wide motorhome. But okay. Right. I'm just reading the chat. Okay, let's get on with it. Let's get the wobbly camera going. Mic off. Mic off. How long was that, Steve? I'm just not. I don't know. Again, I just go through these performances thinking that I didn't really like that. Morning to you, Keith, Daniela, Telly, man with beard. Good to see you, mate. 19 minutes. Was that 19 minutes? My goodness, I don't know. Maybe I was feeling it, and I don't know. It's just I don't like. Do you know, there's something bugging me about the pressure points. It's really weird. In as much as you need to be able to synchronize it to the BeatStep Pro sequences as well. So, you know, I've got two BeatStep Pro sequences. So if I bring this one in here, this would be more sort of like melodic one. Oh, well, it'd be a good idea if I chose the right pattern. Just let me explain this as much to myself as anything else. But so you can see, maybe, I don't know, maybe the other camera's the better camera to look at. Except my big bounce is in the way. So I don't know whether you can see that or not. But basically, if you can't see it, what's happening? Let's go back to the other camera, GoPro. It's difficult to see, but I can see it clearly here. So that it plays. So what is that? It plays an A on the downbeat. Now, I need the downbeat of the pressure points sequence to be the same. So basically, this first light, or the leftmost light here, and it's not in time with the downbeat of the BeatStep Pro sequence of 1 downbeat. Or sequence of 2 it is. What sequence of 2 at the minute? So anyway, there is, just to explain pressure points, I've got a clock in, which is basically taking a trigger from one of the drum outputs, drum CV outputs, output number 1. So if I go to the drum one, you can see basically it's sending 16th notes, so 16 notes, just to advance pressure points. Now there's also a reset input. So I'm watching this now. So it's kind of, it's not, the reset isn't resetting the sequence on the downbeat. It's like the third beat. So first, second, third. Yeah, it's the third beat that it's synchronized on. Now I'm using the second drum trigger to send a reset pulse to the reset input on pressure points. Now it's a bit of black magic, this, and this is similar to a lot of different sequences synchronized in slightly different ways. Some sequences like a pulse before the downbeat. Some are quite happy for the pulse to be on the downbeat, and some, at the moment, you can see this that's lit up there. So I'm sending a reset pulse on the downbeat, but it's not. And I can reset it manually. Actually, I can let's get that. So if I turn that reset pulse off, I can upset that now just by going. Now if I bring that pulse back in, again it's resetting on the third beat, not the first beat. I mean, why is that? I just don't get it. It's just doing my head in. So if I select the second 16th note, it's still not on the right. Now that is now sequenced. Oh, sorry, synchronized. So the downbeat of that sequence, and what I can do now is to sort of emphasize that. Let's bring the so that's suddenly right. But I'd already set that this morning before I started the stream. But then it went off sequence. It went off resync. It stopped synchronizing again properly. So I had to change it back to the first 16th note rather than the third 16th note, which is an 8th note basically. The second 8th note. So I don't know. So if I save that now, go to the next pattern. So if I go to the next pattern, so now that's again do my head in, why don't you? So again, I've got to change that to the third 16th note. Whatever, save it, go to pattern 4. Now, the trickery that I sussed out last night to make this third sequence, I say, a bit more interesting, but different anyway, is I was sending multiple resets. But I mean, you wouldn't know this. You're just hearing something and you're thinking, yeah, that's okay, what's he moaning about? But yeah, so if I've got to put that on that note there as the reset, let's turn all these off. So the idea with sending other resets is it changes basically the pattern, that it just changes the pattern. So let's just press that one there, for instance. That's not help. So you might not be able to tell, but there's a slight difference there now. So if I turn that off, they just go sequential, one after the other. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. If I turn that an extra reset on there, it plays the third note twice basically. So then I can set other ones as the reset. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So anyway, I'll save that. Doing my head done in. I don't know why it's doing that. So later, next time I set everything going, it'll be different again. Let's go back to pattern 1 there, which is no sequence, basically. Everything just held now on that, on the last note. So let's just select pattern 2. Maybe it's actually got to be an 1/8 before, which would make a little bit of sense actually. So let's try it that way. Because that's working. Let's save that. Here's the next pattern. Let's turn it off. Put it there. Save that. Hopefully that'll stick, but I don't know, I'm just annoyed. Anyway. Yeah, so that's right. So yeah, I've just been doing that, Tom. Yeah, new people above. Greg's put. I haven't said it wrong to everybody, have I? Oh, I'm Phonics Blue. Right. Okay. Yeah. Cheers, Mike. Domin. I think Domin was in earlier. I could have sworn. Just read Kent's comment there. So yeah, I mean, yeah, Tom knows what I mean. Is the reset point swung? Not really, no. It might sound a little bit off kilter, just because of the latency, I guess. There's a slight latency, not digital like MIDI latency, but just the way the analog gate signal hits the reset. So I'll keep it like that for now anyway. Let's go back to pattern 2, excuse me. Do my head in, don't you? What a diversion that was. I've saved all those now anyway. Anyway, whatever. You've renewed my interest in using pressure points. Yeah, you've mentioned this, Peter. It's, I mean, I've got a love-hate relationship with it. I actually I had to email Make Noise, the manufacturers of pressure points, shortly after getting this thing. It's not even my module. It's my eldest's, one of my eldest son's modules. And whether it's just because I'm, well, I don't know, without going into too much information, I'm actually quite a sweaty person. If it's hot enough, I will sweat. But there are times when my hands are quite dry, so sometimes you've got to lick your finger and you get, let's just turn that up. Yeah, this hand has not been licked, and no matter how hard I press on those, it's just a pain. Sometimes, so what you can do is, if I earth myself on another sort of, let's find a screw up here. Take your finger off that screw. Nothing. I explained this to Make Noise. There's a sensitivity knob there that you can turn up and down, tweak. Doesn't help. So all this sort of thing about pressure points being, you can basically apply the more finger, the more dampness or the length of it over these pads, these pressure sensitive pads. They're not pressure sensitive, it's just resistance really. Gives you a different level of gate output. So I'm not using pressure points anywhere near to the level it should be. You've got all these individual outs here. I haven't even sussed these out, to be honest. So I quite simply use BeatStep Pro drum trigger output to clock it, another drum output to reset it, and then a third drum output to basically this one. Let's go back to this one here, pattern 2. So if I click on that one there, this third drum gate output goes to this voltage controlled ADSR. So Is it done it again? It's done it again. I just don't get it, mate. Just make sure I'm. Oh no! Oh no, that's right. It's that one there. No, see. So I've set it to the 15th step, but when that light's there, the first downbeat, it's there again. So I don't get it. Ah. What is it? What am I doing wrong there? Sorry, apologies. Oh, Prometheus, hi James, you've just joined me to rant and moan time. Pressure points just doing my brain in. Don't think you can see that, Tom, but it's just gone all weird again. So if I bring that one up, it's like it alternates between the two, the two resets. So I can edit that reset now, so that instead of there, it's there. Oh, and now, oh my goodness, yeah, it's just not. Oh. So that's now resetting at the right point. It's like it's cycling something. So my love-hate relationship with pressure points continues, really. Yeah, sorry about that. So when I set up for an EMOM, I mean that. Why did it even do that? I don't know. Honestly, I give in. need to understand that, don't I? Know what's going on. So let's go back to pattern 1, which has got no reset on it or anything. Then go to pattern 2. That's okay now. Until next time. Whatever. Moving on. Again, thank you for your patience and understanding that. What am I missing? So have I still renewed your interest in pressure points, Peter? Because honestly, it's, for me, that is just too random. I don't know why it's doing that. Too random. I know random's good, but I don't like that. Oh, is it capacitance? Yeah, I thought it was resistance, but I'm not. I have about 3 to 4 pints of water a day. I'm generally okay, I would have thought. Yeah, I don't want to go there, James. Turn it off, turn it on again. It is. I don't. What time is it? It's time to go yet. Look, I've only got 15 minutes left. I better do a mic off, haven't I? Wobbly camera. Mic off. Oops. Oh no. Yeah. Can't do that. Hey up, you're still here. Inhibited is asking quick question about 909. My samples are asymmetric. Is that normal? I have got no idea. What does that mean? 12 minutes, yeah. Well, I knew I was going to be. I'm running over, aren't I? Just go hitting the 2 hours now. Dafu, morning to you. Oh, Peter saying one of those sponge pads. Oh, yeah, yeah. So you can just dampen your fingers to save yourself. Keep putting your slimy fingers all over your flipping pressure points. Probably a good idea that. So now this is weird, isn't it? Because I normally go to my laptop to say ta-ra, but yeah, interesting. I wonder if that thing's still up to speed. It's not, is it? Yeah, okay. Yeah, just reading that, Tom. Yeah. Perhaps useful from Brain's manual reset input. Jumps to last touched stage. On right. That's yes. Thanks for that, Tom. Yeah, cheers. I did try something there as well. I was like manually resetting it with my finger. So maybe that's what's going wrong. Yes. Right. So when I then start a sequence that needs to be reset on a beat, I need to make sure that I press that first note there. Yeah, that'll probably do it. Well, there we go. Time is up. And I don't know. See you next week, maybe. Honestly, guys, you make the old man very happy, turning up each week, listening to me do my boring drone stuff. So, oh, cheers, Erwin. Thanks, mate. Yeah, I've still got your thing pinned at the top. Hope you get some listens and maybe some people from here coming to your listening party tonight, Erwin. Thank you, everybody. Listen, just thanks for turning up. I share my studio space with you, and you turn up. It's brilliant. As I said, really do appreciate it. And so, yes, my spanners, they've got stuff to do. It's about what, 3 o'clock in the morning for Craig, and Steve we wanting to get off for his lunch. So I'm gonna hit the outro thing and then type some stuff to say ta-ra in the chatty bits. So hopefully see you next weekend. Cheers now. Bye. Thanks again. Have a great weekend. Yeah, and don't forget all the other streams as well. So Kent has pubs. The Symptoms of Reality, who are having a bit of a problem at the minute with their Roadcaster 2. No popcorn last night. But anyway, Jason tomorrow night at about 10 o'clock. Way too late for me, but I try and stay as long as I can, and sometimes I fall asleep towards the end, or well before the end. Then Craig's on again at 8:30 on Wednesday. Gaz Williams is starting to stream on Tuesdays, so worth checking out. Gaz, he does some cool stuff. Met Gaz at Synthfest a couple of years ago. He probably wouldn't remember me. And then come Friday we've got Pro Synth Network, and the cycle begins again. So laters, let's get out of here. Cheers.